So let me tell you a little story. Have you ever got ready for a cup, cut the vinyl, and then got excited, placed it on the cup, not realizing that you should double check your work? Sometimes you may make a mistake that you may not catch. And as you can see here, I'm really excited to finish this cup because it came out very beautiful. So I peeled it off. And again, I should have caught it here, but I didn't. And then I epoxied it. You can see that the vinyl is clearly under the epoxy. Let's take it outside. Look at this. This cup came out beautiful. But look, there's a problem there. I misspelled miracle. Just horrible. So what are you going to do at this point? And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you how to fix vinyl under epoxy. So stay tuned. Let's get to it. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna fix my mistake here. I'm gonna use blue painter's tape and I'm gonna mask up around Miracle Worker because I do not want to scrap this cup. I do not want to start over because it is a beautiful cup and I'm going to save it. This cup will make it to a beautiful home and it will be well worth it and well deserved. So I'm going to fix it. So I'm going to use the blue painter's tape to mask up around Miracle Worker, and then I'm going to lightly sand away at the epoxy until I get to the vinyl. Once I get to the vinyl, I'm going to try to peel it off, and once I peel that off, I'll see what I'm working with. But what I'm thinking I'm going to be working with is probably indentation. So what I'm going to do is lightly sand away at the indentation, and then I will apply the correct sticker with the right spelling, and then I will re-epoxy the cup. Once I re-epoxy the cup, I will go from there. Hopefully everything will be fixed, but like I said, I've never done this before and I'm just going off how I feel I should address this, and there's probably no right way to go and fix this. There can be many ways to probably fix this, but this is the one I feel like I should do and the way I feel comfortable doing it. So that's the way I'm going to address this. Now this is a big fail for me, being that the vinyl is under the epoxy, but I am not ashamed to admit it. It happens, and I just want to share with all of you, even though you create something beautiful, don't give up, just fix it, or at least try. It's not over, okay? Look at how beautiful this cup is. But I'm not giving up on this cup, and neither should you. So let me get started with this and let's fix it, and I will do the final reveal. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I got it all messed up. Like I said, I put pretty thick coat on here, and I'm gonna work my way in the middle of this section, and then I got the sandpaper. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet it, so it's gonna be like a wet sand. I'm using 400 grit. I could use a little bit lower of a sandpaper, but it's a little bit rougher. I rather take this a little slower than try to finish this fast, because this is my first time doing it. So I'm gonna play with the 400 grit and work slowly on taking off this top coat of the epoxy to get to the vinyl, and then I'll go ahead and pick at it there. I could probably use something a little bit lower in grit, but of course that will take off the epoxy faster, but again, that might take too much off or might do more damage faster. So I rather take it slow and work my way there. So let me tackle this, and then I'll show you the ending result there. Alright everybody, I just want to show you really quick that I actually started breaking the epoxy surface here. You can see the vinyl being exposed. One thing I did do is after playing with the sandpaper on the cup, being that this was my first time, I did choose to go with the 400 grit, but after sanding it was taking off really too slow, so I upped it to, well, I kind of went lower on the grit because the lower the grit, the rougher it is. I went to a 220 and that started breaking the surface a lot quicker, but it also didn't put really aggressive grooves into the epoxy or the cup, which you don't want either. So the 220 is good, but I probably, in future reference, I will hit it with a 400 still, just to see what I'm playing with, and then basically start fine-tuning it with the 220. But when I go back, I will actually use a finer grit to clean it up, so it'll have like a smooth finish before I actually apply the sticker there. So you can see right there, I don't know if you can see that, but I actually broke the surface. I will continue to sand this. I'm actually working on Miracle first, and then I'll go over here to do the worker. But here you go. The tape is still holding there, even though I'm kind of lightly wet sanding this. So let me continue with this, get the sticker off, so we can go ahead and finish up this lovely cup here. All right, everybody, look at that. Looking good. Got all the vinyl off. Now I'm going to sand away at the remaining of the letters here. Once I get that knocked out, I will unpeel the painter's tape, and then I will blend everything in, apply the vinyl, and then we'll go from there. Alright everybody, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So what happened here was I already applied the epoxy. I was going to do the vinyl first and then put the epoxy, but since when I peeled off the vinyl, it had the little indentations. They did sit really close to the outline of the cross. So I didn't want to chance putting the vinyl on and then there being bumps and then applying the epoxy, so I went the other way. I did the epoxy first just to give it a little bit of a fill-in and a smooth finish. Then I'll come back, I'll put the vinyl on, and then I'll give it its last and final coat, hopefully, with the correct spelling of the word. And then we can finish up this cup, and I will reveal it in the sun. It is cloudy outside, so hopefully we get a sunny day so I can show you how this cup looks finally done in the sunlight. And I know we're all waiting for that, and it's gonna look beautiful like it did. Even with the misspelled word, it's still gonna look really good with the correct spelling, and that's gonna be the ending of this video once it's done. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. It's looking good again. Still missing the word, but it's still looking good. I mean, it's good like this, and I like it. So just stay tuned and we'll finish this up. All right, everybody, take a look at that. Ooh, look at that finish. So smooth. So now we need to put the vinyl on and get to it. All right, everybody, check that out. I just did the epoxy on this cup. It is in the curing stage. If you're following me along in this video, and hopefully you're not skipping through my long videos, you will know something happened to this cup and it got repaired. And it looks like it never happened. Look at that. Spelled correctly now. And that's how it's done. So I will include everything in this video, but I fixed it for my first time and it worked out. And if you're following along, this will be donated to a good cause. So stay tuned for that also. Let's let this cure and I will reveal the final look of this cup finally. Let's get to it. Let's finish it up. Yes, everybody, it's about that time. Look at that. Whoa. I think we should take this outside because it is sunny. Let's get a better look. Let's go. All right, everybody, we're outside. I got that cup for you. Let's take a better look. Look at that. Yes. This is my first cup. I think it came out really good. Look at that. I am using a GoPro, so I don't know if it can focus in on that detail there. But yeah, I think I did a great job here. And I got challenged by my wife. She said, you know what? You're saying all this and that. Why don't you make one? Well, I was like, you know what? I'll make one. And I did. This is my first tumbler here. And I said this before, but just in case you guys skip through my video, which I forgive you already. But I can say I nailed it. What do you guys think, huh? What does everybody think out there? All the crafters out there, be honest. How did I do? So let me know. Look at that. This is beautiful, everybody. This is beautiful. Look at that. I think I nailed it. What do you think? And on that note, everybody, like always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.